In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how BDNA's Technopedia Normalize extends the capabilities of System Center 2012 R2 Configuration Manager. As you can see, I'm logged into a Configuration Manager 2012 R2 primary site server. Here's my version number. This server also has installed on it the Technopedia Normalize. This is the Normalize console where you can see some statistics about the last normalization process that was run. We ran a normalize this morning at 1 a.m. according to my scheduled time. It took approximately 14 minutes to normalize this system. We have about 1,000 clients here. And here you can just see some of the statistics about the normalization process, the amount of coverage, and so forth. Hop over into the Config Manager console. Let's take a look at some of the queries that are installed as part of the normalized installation. We're finding that a lot of our customers are utilizing the Windows 7 migration data that we're providing. Here you can see a list of machines that need CPU, hard drive, RAM upgrades before you can migrate the system to Windows 7. Let's just take a look here. These are machines that are not compatible with Windows 7 from a hardware perspective. Okay. Here we go. Just a little slow this morning. And you can see some details about these systems. Currently running Windows XP, of course. Hardware makes, models, so forth. So this data can be utilized to run reports, create collections, and so forth. We can also see from a software perspective what software we have in our environment that is not compatible with Windows 7. And again, this data could also be used to create collections, queries, reports, and so forth. So these are machines that have software. It's not compatible with Windows 7. It gives you an idea of what the software is. It gives a lot of data about the software. We'll look at that from another view in just a moment. We're also collecting data about software that's used, not used, so forth. We're normalizing the software titles, the vendor names. For instance, Adobe Acrobat. So this query is just going to return all the machines with Adobe Acrobat with version information and so forth. And as you can see here, the vendor names, software titles have all been normalized. We also add some categorizing and so forth that can be also utilized for reporting, as well as the addition of the software that's installed. Let's take a look now at some of the reports that are installed as part of Normalize. This obviously is running in the config manager SSRS instance. We have some standard reports and some dashboards. I'll demonstrate the dashboards real quick. So this is the same hardware and software readiness information that I was demonstrating a moment ago. It's a little easier to read in the web reporting. So we can filter this on whether or not the software is free or a paid software title. A lot of people want to focus on what they have to purchase to get upgraded. Obviously we can sort this on collections if we only want to look at our workstations. Kind of filter this report down a little. So we have a lot of software that is not compatible with Windows 7. We can drill in and take a look at that. We now have a vendor sorted list of software not compatible with Windows 7. Let's just take a look at Microsoft titles. And we get a list of those titles here. These are either end of life or not compatible. Drilling in a little further, we'll actually get a list of the computers where the software is installed, along with a make, model, and whether or not the software is actually being used. This helps us determine what we need to purchase and what can be retired. Going back a little bit, we can kind of take a look at the same thing from a hardware perspective. So we only have 4 pieces of hardware that are not compatible. We could go and see why. And all 4 of these machines have RAM compatibility issues. They don't meet the minimum RAM requirements for Windows 7. We're also adding true-up information, software and hardware lifecycle information. So let's just take a look at this real quick. From here we can see our hardware that's under support, out of support, or unknown. This information is collected from the hardware vendors. So if we want to see what hardware we have that's no longer supported by the vendor, we can see they're all Dells. And we get the model numbers. We can also drill in to see a little more information about the software or hardware when it became obsolete according to the vendor, and so forth. We're also adding information that's useful for green IT. Let's look at workstation information. So we can see here what's Energy Star compliant, EPEAT compliant, and so forth. So this concludes my video. Thank you for taking time to watch it.